Hi, good evening. Welcome to the Youth Commission meeting. I am going to go ahead and read a statement before we get started. Today is May 13th. The time is 7:05. This meeting of the Youth Commission is now called to order. My name is Erica Zeiger and I am the chair for the Youth Commission. This open meeting of the Northborough Youth Commission is being conducted in person and remotely, consistent with Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2023 relative to extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency. All members of the Youth Commission are allowed and encouraged to participate in person or remotely. The Act allows the Northborough Youth Commission to meet entirely in person and remotely so long as reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with the deliberations of the meeting. The public is encouraged to follow along using the posted agenda unless the chair notes otherwise. Members of the public who wish to view the live stream or the recording of this meeting may do so by going to Northborough Remote Meetings on YouTube via the link listed on the agenda. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless participation is required by law. This meeting will not feature public comment. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Judy Boyle. Here. Carrie Wolf. Here. That me, Erica, I'm here. Staff, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Caitlin. Here. Isabella. Here. And Liz. Here. Thank you. So we can go ahead and get started.
What do we need that for?
I was just gonna ask you that.
Yep.
Three, okay, so we're all set. Okay, I did have one question while I was reading. I know that they have recently signed something.
Yeah, it's the Act of 2025.
It's okay, that's exactly what I
I
was
just get
thinking.
you.
Yeah, or even if you just mail it, I can print it, no problem. Okay, all right, so we can go ahead and get started. If you recall last meeting, we did not approve the minutes. I had neglected to send them out, so I thought we could start with that. If we wanna just, did we all get a chance to look at the minutes? Yes. Right, we took out, so there was one change, but I believe you had gotten that one. So if we removed Mary Ellen Duggan from the attendance.
On April 22nd.
Yes, yes. So, we can do that when we can approve those minutes first. Does anyone want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes for the Youth Commission on April 22nd, 2025.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
And then I believe on March 20th, there was no changes to those minutes, so I will go ahead and make a motion to approve the Youth Commission meetings from March 20th, 2025. Second,
Yeah.
all in favor?
Aye.
So the Youth Commission meeting minutes are approved for March 20th and April 22nd. Perfect. We talked a little bit about recruitment last month. I know that I sent out, well, first I posted on Facebook for adult members. So, and I did get a few, I got quite a few questions actually. I got about 6 or 7 emails. But I don't know if we had anyone fill out the application yet.
Not that
you've been checking. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I was gonna check in, so a lot of interest, so I'm hoping we have 2, and then we do want to think about, with Jen. Who has not attended since we have reconvened, and was that in February? January or February. I know it's been more than 2 meetings, so I did check this out. After 2 meetings, I believe it is, 2 or 3 meetings, we are able to just make the decision that the member is no longer on the board and we can start recruitment for for another member. I'm just looking at something really quick because I can't remember the situation.
We began like in January.
Yes, and how many, does anyone remember how many meetings? Just want to make sure I know.
I'm gonna say 3.
I said 2, but now I'm thinking 3.
I also remembered 3.
3.
But I don't know. the
Well,
bylaws.
that's fine, we can confirm, that we're not doing anything today, so I think it would be great, if we could get 7 full members. Yeah, so if you know of anybody or have anyone you think that may be good on the, board, let me know, or reach out to them and then encourage them to fill out the application. It's a lot easier online, so that's probably a plus too. I also sent the youth liaison description, the youth liaison volunteer request, I guess we can call it. I sent it to Melican, the vice principal at Melican, because if we're doing high schoolers, that would be rising freshmen. And I sent it to guidance at Algonquin. And during I received an email from a 15-year-old when I had put it out on Facebook that he was interested in the board. So I told him about the youth liaison. And since he reached out to me, I did follow up yesterday and he still is interested. He just had AP testing this week. I also sent it out to probably 20 or 25 of the contacts that I have that have kids in high school. I did get 1 application so far. And I've had others ask if they were interested. So I was just gonna give it a little bit of time before I put on Facebook, just because it's kind of a tailored group. But if anyone has any other suggestions.
Did you just reach out to Algonquin or did you like ask it? I mean, I'm not sure how many.
I didn't, and I didn't only, I can and I will, it was just hard to find their emails, to be honest, where I had Algonquin and
Right.
Melican. Yeah, having kids at the school, but I would love to, and even St. John's. Yeah, those 2 would be great, or any other school too, so.
We can try to find you that.
Yeah, I can look too, I know I have connection at St. John's, but it's just easier sometimes, but yeah, I can definitely do that, because it would be great to get somebody. I do wanna put it on Facebook too, because then you get the option of the homeschooler too, which might bring a different perspective too, but, all right, anything else on recruiting?
Yeah, it's just, this is, having me realize we may end up with a situation where we've got a couple of applicants and suspect we're going to be getting more, and we hadn't really discussed if we want to consider on a rolling basis, hold
Yeah.
all of them till the end. I'm just thinking about with the trickling out of outreach and some students who may have apparently the room in the schedule or need to. take a
Yeah.
couple of weeks, yeah.
I was thinking,
Yeah.
set some parameters. I just see Joan is here. Hi, Joan.
Hi, I'm
Welcome.
Ruben. Thank you.
So we went ahead and we approved the meeting minutes for March 20th and 22nd. Just to catch you up, and we also, we have not had any applications yet for board members, but we've started to put the word out. And I got about 6 or 7 emails that people were interested.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and then for youth liaisons, I did reach out to Algonquin and Melican and some contacts that I have that have kids in high school, and we were just talking about setting parameters. If we wanted to do, as Carrie said, a rolling basis, or, applications due by, which doesn't usually work, they come in last minute, but it is something to think about. If you have any suggestions of how they did it in the past, I know you said it was more informal.
Yeah, it was informal. We didn't put a deadline, and usually once the liaison, they were usually juniors. They would stay a junior year and senior year.
Okay, yeah, the application I did get was a junior. And I have someone else that reached out to me before I even put it out, that's also a junior.
Oh,
Will be-
perfect,
Both of
perfect.
them will be juniors, I should say. They'll be juniors in the fall, so, we'll just kind of keep thinking of people, but, what do you think? Rolling admission, I mean,
Is
yeah,
rolling, what is rolling admission? Do you mean like, no deadline?
no deadline.
Yeah. Don't think I'd put on a deadline because we never usually got a ton of applicants.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, if there's a lot of leeway with them, so even if, let's say we had 4, they could come, maybe, it'd be easier. I think it might be nice because we would have a representative at more meetings than not.
Yeah. The kids that came were really usually quite committed and they never really missed meetings.
Yeah, which is
I mean,
good.
that could have just been luck of the draw. And the guidance counselor, Becker Haberman at the time, would gather and she was on the board, she would gather the applications and then we would review them all at youth commission and then, decide on 1 or 2. We usually went with 2.
Okay, so that actually that's a good, glad you brought that up. So if I take the applications in, then I can I'll bring them to the next meeting, or I can email them to you. And then we'll discuss it at the next meeting.
Okay, and I'll try to come in person next meeting.
Okay, or
so we can, review them physically.
Yeah, and I will let you know how many we have. So,
Yeah, thank you.
okay, so that sounds good. So,
I would,
no, go ahead. No, I was gonna say,
I was gonna say with that timeframe of discussing next month, how would we feel about informally communicating, priorities going to be given to applications we'll have by June
Yes.
12th?
That's a
Yeah.
great idea.
yeah,
That way,
Yeah.
there's an informal deadline, but enough for us to fairly
Yeah.
discuss,
yeah.
Does that
That
sound good
works.
to you, Joan?
What's an informal deadline?
I guess it would be almost formal.
Oh, yeah,
I guess
yeah.
just to be
Yeah, I mean, we could try it that way. I think that's good so that we can sit down and review them. This would be for next year, I'm assuming, starting in September, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So that way they'll know that we're not meeting either for July and August, and then they can start their junior year or whatever year they're going into. Yeah. So that will be good to let them know. Anything
Okay.
else?
Well, we wanted to talk about Jennifer.
Yes.
Has anybody reached out? Has she communicated or?
So we did mention that earlier, but now we can,
Oh.
I wanted to kind of wait till you two, I know we had wanted to talk about it. So after 3 meetings, we're able to remove someone from the board that hasn't come to a meeting. I know, so I think you, before I was chair, you reached out to her. I believe Angie, and so we reached out to her. I reached out to her, more as not as the chair, just to say, hey, are you, we've started meeting again. And then I reached out to her as the chair and I had sent all the invitations to her. So I'm assuming she doesn't want to be on the board anymore.
She's not getting back to anybody?
She did not get back to me. And we have communicated in the past through email, so I know it got there.
Okay. We could either vote to have her removed, or we could, to be a bit polite, send her a note and saying, we are going to replace your seat if you are not interested in being part of the board anymore.
I like that. I think that's great, and I can should it come from, should I send it or?
It should probably come from, the chair of the youth commission.
Okay, so I can do that, yeah. I just wanted to make sure that it was,
You can CC Angie.
yeah, I'll CC Angie. Okay, that's a great idea. I'll do that.
And I would also CC Isabella.
Yeah, so I will send an email to Jen Lipton, telling her that we are going to remove her from the board unless we hear from her.
Or we could even say something a little bit, like, we're going to fill your seat if you, feel that you do not want to be part of this board anymore.
That's true, and hopefully I mean, she brought a lot to the committee, so, you know, maybe, who knows, but yeah, but fill your seat, I like that, and I will go ahead and send that email to her.
Thank you.
Isabella, do you want to give your
Yeah.
date,
perfect.
unless anyone?
So just briefly, we started to kind of put all of our data into a new spreadsheet. So monthly, I'll be able to report on the number of clients. So in April, we had 8 new referrals. All 8 of those were for service navigation. So basically kind of 2 paths, service navigation and then clinical counseling or what's the word? Screening.
I consultation.
Consultation. Thank you. So 8 new referrals in April. In total, we worked with 13 cases this month just because of some rollover from the previous month. Not all are closed at the end of the month. And then year to date, so this is January to April actually, we've had 27 referrals, 27 cases that we've worked with.
And do you know where the referrals come from? Or sometimes you do, sometimes you don't?
Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. I would say a lot of self-referrals.
Yeah.
We've had some church interface clergy referrals. Some of them are the schools, some are police and fire,
211.
211, yes.
Mm.
So other community organizations
Yeah,
as well.
okay.
So I would say a wide range, but people are finding us, which is
Yeah,
very
that's
exciting.
good, very good, yeah.
So those are the numbers. We are hosting a high school student for an internship with Michelle Kalin, so the school career exploration manager. I don't know exactly her position at Algonquin. So that's July 7th through August 1st, and it's a total of 75 hours. So I met with her this week and just working through, the paperwork and concrete internship. She's interested in biology, so I'll work with her in the vaccines and disease of some sort. But that's exciting. This is the first time we're offering a high school internship.
Yeah, that's excellent.
And then, not as fun, but we renewed the interface the contract. So that will be, available to Northborough residents throughout FY26. And that is a renewal contract that I just signed.
Out of curiosity, do you get a lot of phone calls, Liz may know too, from other towns? Like someone that,
Yeah, I would say we've had a couple. Yeah, because people have family in a different town and they refer them and that type of thing. So I would say a handful.
a handful, so in that case, if you can help them.
Yeah.
Great, otherwise you would refer them to their town or,
Yeah,
yeah.
like generally try to refer out to the specific town or
Yeah,
like somebody recently came from another town and I dropped an hour or something. Then I referred them to their town
Yeah.
and gave some resources for them to look into, but couldn't really invest a lot of time.
I was thinking of the drop-in because the library, there's so many people.
Yeah.
You had someone come to drop in, so you're getting the word out.
Yeah.
Isabella, I'm sorry, and the team, did we talk about recruiting an intern from one of the colleges?
Yes, a college, it was a Master's of Public Health intern. So that's through the Department of Public Health. And that intern, I think, is also starting in, I think, the end of June.
In June, and what school does he or she go to?
UMass Amherst.
Oh, wonderful.
So
Thank
that's
you.
a good program because the state is actually able to pay them.
That's excellent.
Oh, that is really good.
The high school intern is getting credit through Algonquin.
Mhm.
Credit, okay.
But if you want to talk, nice segue. Yep. If you want to talk a little bit about how book club and your office hours.
Yeah, so still doing drop-in hours, still pretty slow. Today was busy, so that was nice. Yeah, so still there. Library does have a sign out by the adult section showing my drop-in hours, so that's kind of where the interest has been coming in. Yeah, book club next week, chatter. So we do have 2 people signed up. Oh, yeah, so, hopefully more, maybe. But I know we're heading into a busy season and there will be a book next month, How to Keep House While Drowning in June by Casey Davis, and that is actually ready for pickup at the library.
The name of it, I think I might have read it. What's the name of it again?
How to Keep House While Drowning. I'm pretty sure. I'm like,
No, it's something like
yeah,
that.
it's something around that. Her name is Casey Davis. She's a mom, of course, to keep house while drowning. But I forget her credentials.
Is it short?
It is short.
I did read it.
It is very short. She does say that discloses that she has ADHD, so she tries to keep it for people to keep interest while reading. So that book is actually available in the library now, so in time for next meeting, which is good. But yeah, we had that. Liz and I went to the LPAC meeting last Thursday. That was good.
It's an English language parent advisory council at the high school, so it was good. Normally they had like 20 people to show up, and for whatever the reason, it's only 4 or 5.
I would think was it even three, and
No,
then
3 or 4.
us.
Anyway, it was very much lower, but they're inviting us back in October.
Okay.
Because that will also have new families that are new to the district that will join, so that would be a perfect timing
Yeah.
for us to.
It's very busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then next Monday, I have Coffee and Connect at the Senior Center with Jocelyn. So we'll have coffee and maybe some food. I don't know. I can guarantee the coffee though. At the Senior Center from 10 a.m. to 12. And then also keep anybody with little kids interested after. I know Memorial Day is movie night at the library with Inside Out. So that's another big thing. And then I'll have Liz share some of the other events coming soon.
All of the mental health awareness.
Right. So we're midway into the Mental Health Awareness Month. Our big webinars, we would love to get more registrations for. The first one is tomorrow night. That is from NAMI, where the volunteers who are presenting are family members of those who support other family members with mental illness. So they kind of talk about their journey. So it should be interesting. We'd love to have a few more registered for that. And then on May 21st is the Boston Children's Hospital Digital Wellness Lab webinar. And I know that's a few weeks off, but we'd love to see that.
Yeah.
It's a really great topic.
It is a great
It's all just about how to kind of parent, and also I talked to Caitlin, who's doing the presentation, and I was like, well, I get skills, and she was like, of course. So really just, how to navigate this digital media, social media, in this time, specifically with children. We are able to record this webinar, so that'll be great. Anyone who registers will send out the recording as well. And this is a joint event with Northborough and Southborough Youth and Family Services, so it's a great partnership. So really looking forward to that event.
So we have put the word out in all over the place. But if you can do it through your own channels, that's always helpful.
Yes.
Our April toiletry personal item collection that we did as a department for the food pantry went well. Surprisingly, we had like 2 big boxes and 3 or 4 bags.
Yeah. I
So
would say about 3 or 4 bags.
Yeah.
3 bags.
yeah, excellent. So that was great. Go Green Day was successful. I think the community advocate took a picture where we.
They
could still
came
see
out,
it.
yeah.
They did come out?
No, they came
Oh,
out to us.
I was gonna say, I've been watching the website, have not seen the picture yet. But they're also doing an article, I think, in general, right, in mental health awareness. And we attended a Rotary Club meeting as well, so that was good to just share our services and what we're doing to update them. So they thought, like, they gave us 30 minutes, but we ended up talking the whole hour and a half. It was very casual over lunch, but,
It's
I think it was beneficial.
Yeah.
We learned a lot about their nutrition program through the school, so that was.
Is it
Nutrition
68?
60/80, yes.
Yeah.
And just like a heads up, like the summer concerts, we hope to at least be there a couple of the dates. And if we can have extra hands, maybe,
Yeah, I wanted to,
yeah. So there's 4 concerts, on June 29th, July 13th, July 27th, and August 10th. Those are Sundays from 5 to 7. We don't need to be at all of them, I don't think, but I think if we chose a couple of them, that would,
Yeah.
might have, more families attend, that would be good. And then coming up in the fall, like just to have on our radar would be like, school open houses, if we can do that. I think the challenge will be on the elementary school side because they have them all on the same night, so we would need extra hands for those. And I know, Carrie, do you have kids in school yet or not yet?
She'll be starting preschool in town, but not
Okay.
yet elementary school. Yeah.
Because you would have to, we would want to take you away from that. But if you're free, but once we have those dates, we'll pass them on.
Yeah.
See if we can get the schools covered. And then I would like to get into an NSPAC meeting as well, which is the Northborough Southborough Special Education Parent Advisory Committee. And then again, the LPAC will have us back in October.
great. I thought I had sent this out. I thought we could take a look at the events and see if there's anywhere we could probably support or do some outreach. And what as a department you think would be, good for us to kind of go out there. I can go to International Night Friday,
That's,
if that works.
next Friday,
The
right?
16th, this Friday. I'll actually be at Algonquin, so. What time?
May is flying by.
But yet so slow. What time do you normally get in?
Probably like 15, 20 minutes. before.
Yeah, I
Or
think it starts at
yeah.
6, so
All right,
setting up
so-
the table takes like 10 minutes, so.
Okay.
Probably like 5:45, I'm guessing.
I'll be there, like I said, anyway, so,
I can do this.
I know that Judy, you had, don't worry, not Friday, but I know you had mentioned that, maybe doing a youth commission flyer, yeah. Would you still be interested?
Sure.
That way, we can look at the fall for that. It doesn't have to be anytime soon, but it might, I just like when I'm at a table, I like to have something in front of me to give out for information.
I mean, we have tons of
I have
stuff.
tons, but
but
you have
if you
like
want
youth
something-
commission specific?
No,
No, that's what I'm thinking. Something
yeah, that would be great.
now that we've got the goals, it can be like a half flyer maybe.
Yeah, would we want the message to, is it for recruitment?
No, general information.
Yeah,
I think general information,
about the youth commission.
yes.
Okay. Do you want me to have that ready for the June meeting?
No,
We can
no,
approve it?
no.
Maybe put it out the.
If you can get it ready, that would be great for the concerts, but, by fall. But if you could do it by the concerts, it's really, I'm not gonna pressure you, I know how busy everything is, so it's really up to you.
No, don't let my dumping on you.
No,
Well, the
that's
meeting
not it,
today-
no, not at all, no, I know how
Carrie
busy.
and I had similar weeks.
I know how busy.
But no, I don't imagine why I can't have something prepared that we can look at the June meeting.
Yeah,
And then we can put it on our tables at the summer
Yeah.
conference.
I like
Yeah.
that.
So will we, be including the goals on that flyer?
no, not necessarily verbatim, but just kind of taking the gist of the goals.
Okay.
And, maybe kind of,
Yeah, I was thinking that, Joan, I feel like the first and second don't have, they have a lot of words, but they also have good content to them.
Yeah. But I don't think anyone's gonna read a flyer.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, it's
That's true.
usually when, you know, they look at the big words and then,
yeah.
I mean, I'd like to include some of it, but I don't know. It's not necessarily an informational, I mean, it
Yeah,
could be,
it is true. Yeah, it's true.
but if they're walking by at the concert, I don't know. But we can take it anyway, you think?
What, just a suggestion, you can also do like a QR code, which is easy when people are just walking through like a
Yeah.
concert thing, so that you can have for more information.
Just, yes,
They
exactly.
have it right there. on their
Yeah,
phone, too.
and then they can take it
That
with
way you're
them.
not-
To the town website that describes the commission.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a great
That's a
idea.
great idea,
Yeah.
Liz, thank you.
it saves
Thank you.
paper and paper from, being
The
tossed.
trash.
That's it, that's why, I know.
But we've done that with a lot of our flyers and I think
Well, yeah, you're getting more referrals, so it is
Yeah.
working.
Judy, is that something you know how to do or add to a flyer? Or have we now moved in a direction beyond your,
I do know how to
Okay.
do that, actually. Yeah, there's a little, yeah.
All right. Because I'm like. Good.
I'm
Yes.
happy to help you if you need it.
Yes, some of the young folk that I work with.
There you go.
And showed me.
younger than me then? Yes. Yeah. Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll play around with that. I'll come up with a couple of different mock-ups for,
And I'm sure, like
Okay.
Liz said, she's happy to help if.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for volunteering, Liz. She doesn't mind.
Oh, so anything else? I'll go Friday. Anything? I can't make.
That's okay.
No, I'm upset. I'm halfway through the book and everything, and then I realized I had something else.
You can come by my office and we'll do
We'll
a private.
check it.
We'll
Okay.
do a private.
What about the Coffee and Connect? Is that more geared towards?
It's for everybody because, you can go to the senior center for lunch and it's kind of like a merging of both the senior center and us. Because I feel like we've had some more uptick interest from some seniors coming by, like from our booth from the wellness fair. Kind of been on the line of trying to work with the senior center, and I think sometimes we're a segue to
Mhm.
that. Either if somebody doesn't know about this senior center or they're just turned a senior, so like, and not mentally ready to
Yeah.
participate in that. I think there's also probably some people that kind of want to have that connection, or maybe have a senior who has somebody in town who is like younger, or an adult, or they're a grandparent raising a young kid that might need assistance. I think it's kind of just a duality of it. And really, when you look at family dynamics, it's not all just one age,
No.
it's multiple ages. So I think that's kind of why we thought maybe Coffee and Connect would be
I think
good,
it's great.
and to continue like our relationship with both, and that we're both flexible, and there will maybe be a senior that might have talked to Jocelyn at one point, but maybe want somebody else or away from the senior center, because everybody knows everybody
Mhm.
sort of dynamic. So that could be another relationship why, or eventually with the short-term counseling as well. So we kind of just decided that that's why we wanted to do it. So it's for all ages, really.
Mhm.
Of course, kids are gonna be in school, but meaning adults.
They won't
So,
parents would be,
yeah. And also for the seniors, just to know if they have somebody else in mind that maybe in town that is younger and that
Yeah.
they can't utilize the senior center, but oh wait, there's Health and Human Services that can help them, because that does happen.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So
Okay.
that's kind of the reason why the Coffee and Connect came to be.
Mhm.
So
Okay, So if anyone could stop by. It's time,
If you could stop by, great. If you can't,
Yeah,
no pressure.
yeah,
I know during the day, which is why we did it a little early. So
Yeah.
it's hard.
yeah.
So one other event that we were invited to is the Mary Finn Elementary.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about
Preschool.
that.
They do it, they've been doing it for a couple of years, they just have a lot of resources.
Yeah.
So we are going to be doing that. It's a Saturday from 10 to 12. So
Yeah.
if anybody is available.
And
I
that,
guess outside, so if it's a nice day.
so is that, it used to be at Northborough and Southborough merge, is that like Northborough early, what was the name of it?
It's a preschool.
It's the preschool, okay.
Oh, yeah, it's not the one that was at Algonquin.
No, it's the one, my son went to it, I think,
Where he's getting.
yes.
Yes,
Yes.
that's right. They could.
Miss
find-
Colleen Burke,
Yes.
she is the teacher and she's amazing. She's amazing. It's actually, it's, what, if they do still do the same, which I'm assuming, they take some neighborhood kids and the kids that are eligible for preschool at 3, many of them will go as well, and it's a great program. The problem is, it's half day. So if you work, but yeah, I'm gonna put it down. I'd like to go. I haven't seen the staff in a while, so.
I'm not sure who's going to be there
Yeah.
necessarily, but I think it would be a good opportunity. I assume Southborough will be
Yes.
there as well, so.
Yeah, so.
Liz, when is that?
That is on June 7th.
Oh, okay.
This is so good.
Okay.
That was, I hope I'll be able to join too. I have to finalize swim class for the toddler, so to be determined right.
And that's, yes.
But yeah,
So we can check in
that would be
before
good.
the date
Yeah,
is available, that we,
yeah.
we wanna have like everybody there necessarily,
Yeah,
but
once it, yeah.
spread it out.
And then the movie night, if anyone's free, the 27th.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll have arts and crafts, activities, word search, little, coloring things to do while having the movie. It's a flick nick, so bring your dinner. Or kids can bring their dinner.
So
So
in the big.
it's in the big room when you, when you walk in. So that's kind of, we wanted to open it up because it's around dinner time, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there'll be like little activities. I know not every kid can sit still and watch movies, so.
Adults can't do that. I was gonna say that might, it's families, you might be able to do recruiting.
Yeah.
A little bit for your openings.
Yeah, no, it would be good to go there.
At least that information. I know you're not gonna have your flyer by then. But
But yeah,
just idea.
yeah.
At least they have a face there.
Yes, and then the 29th, I'm doing a midday mindfulness virtual, so if anyone wants to join. It's 12, like, we say 30 minutes, but it's usually 20 to 25. I haven't decided what topic I'll do yet, I go with the flow, kind of depending what the energy is. But typically it is an opening breath, some gentle movement. Again, meditation, whether it's a journal or a guided meditation, and then we finish up. So it's really doable, even if you're working, and you can pop on or pop off whenever you want.
And that's Thursday, May 29th?
Yes.
What time?
12.
Do you have registrations yet?
I have not looked, to be honest. So
We'll put it
I
out.
think the last time I did look, but this was a while ago, there were 2,
Okay.
but I'm gonna put it out again. So we'll see, but it's great because I'm home and it's so nice in the summer especially, so hopefully we'll get some. And the concerts we can kind of maybe talk about more now that we have the list. And then the Be Well event.
Right.
Yeah.
Either.
So we can, figure out. Are you gonna be there, Judy?
I have it on my calendar,
Yeah.
I will be there, so. You wanna talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we can.
You're gonna have a table.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we will have a table and then Encompass, the Encompass Coalition will have a table.
yeah.
But we can put any information that you
Yeah.
want on the table.
Are we able to bring like chocolates and candies and we should, bring should be a
So
problem.
chocolate, if it's hot, it will
It
melt.
melts,
Yeah,
melts,
Yeah.
yes.
even better.
Yeah, Liz and I were talking about that.
Again, I like to have stuff on the table, I
Yeah.
feel like.
Caitlin and I are trying to come up with little activities or games
Mhm.
that will bring the kids over, which means that their parents will also come, and that way we can engage them and talk
Yeah.
about it. But I have something that's fun for the kids
Kids to do,
And
yeah.
then through ARPA funding, Jen at the library was able to purchase like water bottles and like the drawstring bags and
Oh,
some
nice,
some
little,
things like
yeah,
that.
okay,
So
good, that's the other
they
thing. I was
fly
thinking
really
of.
fast.
Really
but
fast, yeah,
We'll at least have something to drop.
yes, yeah.
So, and actually, so why don't I plan on for that, I have these, acrylic stands, and I'll have that QR code and learn more
That'd be
about the youth
great.
commission.
Perfect.
That way I will say I absolutely commit to that, and I'm not coming outside of open meeting, and so.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you now,
Yes.
have that, we'll put up the acrylic flyers with that QR code, and we'll bring it right in, learn more about youth commission.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What time,
Okay.
do you know what time they normally start to set up?
Pretty early, but I mean, we'll be there probably at like 11.
11,
It doesn't
okay.
start till 1.
All right.
And it's usually 1 to 4 or 1 to 5?
1 to 4.
1 to 4.
And hoping for good weather.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there a rain day or?
There is not,
So it's rain or shine?
unless it's dangerous.
Yes.
For the bouncy houses.
Right.
Great, oh, that's exciting, anything else? We can move into,
Yeah, could we, just jumping back to Jennifer, I was just thinking, her 3-year, I think she had a 3-year commitment, swearing in. If she wants to continue, then she has to be sworn in again. Because I think her commitment might be up, I'm not sure.
She re-signed or renewed her term. It wasn't too long ago. I think it was.
Oh,
in
it
the-
wasn't, okay, all right, thank you, all right. And then I guess if we could go to goals, I know I sent out a memo that kind of didn't make any sense, but if we could just talk about the change that I was suggesting under purpose.
so the purpose is in the bylaws. So
Okay.
that can't be changed as far as I know.
You'd have to go to town meeting.
Yeah, yeah,
But
So-
didn't we change purpose? Under purpose? We did change it.
You mean the mission? Is it, you're talking a mission statement?
hang on, I actually have the bylaws, give me a second and I'll try. to
Yeah,
make-
yeah, under the mission statement, there was a section called titled a purpose.
I don't remember.
I do think we changed, I mean, maybe it wasn't the purpose that would have to be changed through our bylaws. I think we did it
Like just,
possibly on the mission statement, no?
hang on,
Okay, thanks.
I'm gonna look at my phone.
Is it the
That's what I'm
sentence
doing.
that says vehicle to carry out programs?
Hmm.
I'm gonna go to. the
Yeah,
top.
yes, that's it. Yeah.
I think that is from the bylaws. At least this is what I have from the bylaws.
Yeah.
It's in the bylaws?
Yes.
I did not know that. Okay, thank you.
So I won't,
I was commenting to the goals though, that you, we had all agreed on last week. Yes, it was under goals.
You add the purpose from the bylaws to the.
yes, yeah, so what I did was, I took the mission that's under Health and Human Services. And then I added the purpose that I must have gotten. The Youth Commission, so I'm reading from the bylaws now, the Youth Commission shall be seen as a vehicle to carry out programs. That's on the bylaws. So I took that and then I added the goals that we did on one page.
Oh, so you took it directly from what's in the bylaws?
Yes, and you know what I should do?
Oh,
I should on that paper, what I can do is put the 12-24 before the purpose, so. And I'm sure there's one for Health and Human Services, so I can add that and resend it. But
well, I don't think it needs to, if it is in the bylaws, then it should stand as is.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's just a number next
did-
to it. Be
I didn't
helpful.
realize that.
Yeah. So, I just put it easily on one sheet, which hopefully will help you when you do the flyer to kind of grab
Yeah.
from there. And all right, so we can move to any reports. I know, Mary Ellen couldn't make it today, but I know you've been in contact with her, so if there was anything, you could share it with us. Any other things? I know we had talked about maybe brainstorming for the fall for speakers. Or activity, something, yeah. I do know Isabella let me know that, Jen from the library will be coming,
Yes,
so,
unfortunately, June and this date didn't work for her, but they are actually finalizing the report, so it might just work out perfectly.
yeah.
So once we finalize the dates for September and October, I can get that to her.
Okay.
And she can.
Go from there, okay, perfect. So that would be one.
That would be great.
Isabella, are you still, is your team and you still supporting the homeless and the hotel on Route 9?
Good question. We are not making opportunities count. MOP is the service provider that has been fully, 24/7, they are there. But Mary
Okay,
Ellen still communicates with them weekly, because they're supporting the states and the students in the district.
okay, and have any of them been deported?
Not that I'm aware of.
Good, okay, thank you.
Any ideas?
For speakers?
Yeah, that would be beneficial.
Yeah, so I'm happy to share a little more around my thought process behind it,
Yeah.
or not
No,
thought process,
please
but
do.
where I got the idea. So I was looking, I think this was by way of example from something you shared a couple months ago, Judy, just like what are other youth
Yeah.
commissions doing? So I went, I remembered hearing the names of like New Inn and a couple of other smaller towns like us, but I actually went to some of the gateway city commissions as well. Which definitely just look very different. And the one that I saw in, I think it was Cambridge, is that they do have like a rotating spot, where they often try to bring in, yes, other town departments, but also like hearing from the state, or other
Yeah.
experts in whatever field they feel is relevant that they might, I suspect it's Cambridge, so they have people with lots and lots of connections and lots of people nearby. But it looked like they'd had someone in from DCF, and of course, just like piecing things together, unclear like what the conversation or focus was every time, but I saw DCF, I saw, going back a little ways, they had someone from their town's rec department, and then, they had like some legislative like liaison type of position from like a constituent services liaison type of space. So I didn't go too far back. Also super biased because I was living in Cambridge for almost 7 years before I came here. So they were part of that. Like, that was just like
In your.
the general, like what I know, was a space that they held pretty regularly, but I could see us thinking about, it's like internalize some of the topics in town, or really us thinking about like middle school and youth support and mental health for our kids, and the substance abuse component as well. And if there's anyone that we could see as like external support, like yes for us, but also like maybe for all of us.
Yes, yeah.
And because of the virtual format, hopefully would be easy enough to bring someone in for, So that's
Do we
kind of
know
that.
Do we know who our liaison is for, one of the selectmen?
Mike Teachen,
I'm sorry?
Michael Teachen.
Should we invite to one of the meetings?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
So, yeah, we can invite him and I'm just thinking, trying to think
Yeah.
of some ideas, but we can kind of sit on it and see what
Yeah,
we can.
yeah, questions yeah.
Like, not a, I'm not gonna say a speaker series, but
Yeah.
similar to a speaker series.
yeah.
And if we looked at early October-ish, November, might give
Yeah,
us time and
Mm.
might give us time to kind of get something settled and get the promotion out. Think about it.
Okay, so who would make, which Mike Teachen, if I remember correctly, he has four young children, so, that he might need some good,
I would say maybe
Headway on that
for
one.
September, the June meeting, we're gonna talk about the.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then maybe we'll have a full board.
Yes.
Yep.
Maybe, yeah. That's a great idea.
will the select board, if you receive applicants throughout the summer, will they just continue to move forward with the interviews and appointments,
For the-
even if we're not meeting? Yeah, yeah.
Yes, and I think they'll invite you as the chair.
yeah,
Perfect.
And at one point, the town administrator came and spoke too.
okay, that's another good idea,
Yeah.
yeah. Anything else?
Do you wanna try to, for the June meeting, we can each try to come with some ideas?
Yeah,
Maybe reach out to
absolutely.
somebody and we can chat about
Yeah.
getting a schedule set up starting in September for the fall.
Right.
Ideally, we'll fill in.
Fill in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if we did it, say, every other month, or even once every 3 months or something, that would be
Yeah.
good to have some ideas for June. So if there's nothing else, does June 12th at 7 work? I think that's what we decided, correct?
Yes,
Thursday?
that is a Thursday, yes.
It is a Thursday, yeah.
Do you have, Judy, does that work for you?
I do not have master plan that night, so it works perfect for me.
Does that work for
It
think
does for me.
Would be
Tuesdays?
so.
And is it the first?
So I was hoping that we could agree if everyone, we could do the first Tuesday of the month at 7 PM, which is a Tuesday. So the first Tuesday, sorry. So it'll be actually November, yeah, first Tuesday, I'm sorry. That'll be good, it'll be right after, school starts, so we can kind of start. I don't even know, do we know the first day of school yet?
Usually is it Thursday before?
Or Wednesday, might be the 27th,
It
but,
used to be Wednesday, I think
But-
Thursday.
Labor Day's early this year, so who knows?
It is.
Yeah, all right,
It's Thursday, August 28th.
okay. If there's nothing else, we can make a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.